It is Monday. It's the 11th, and I'm glad and thankful to have you tuning in and being a part of the program. And glad to have spent a nice Sunday outside, a bit jet lagged or clock lagged as we lost that hour of sleep. But what a wonderful trade off is now daylight starting to, of course, continue to stick around longer each and every night for the next several months. And of course, we got a real good jump on that to the tune of an hour yesterday when we sprang our clocks forward. And of course, the backdrop looks a little brighter and sunny at this time of day than what it has for quite so long. So glad to see that. Glad to see. Oh, wow. Short is almost always sweet when it comes to your forecast. When it's just a matter of a few words and a few lines, it won't take long to go through it. There are some things you need to talk about. We'll have to talk about some showers and thunderstorms, but all in all, and compared to what we have been talking about and living for weeks and months now, it's a really nice change. There's a wintry side to it, there's a wet side to it, there's also a lot of sunshine, and it's just a vast improvement. It's not picture perfect, but man, when you compare it, indeed, it gets awfully, awfully close. Headlines tonight will include an update on the fire that took a McGoffin County home and all its belongings from a local couple and their son. Another way of trying to raise funds and support for them has been established. And a McGoffin County Sheriff's deputy arrested a man over the course of the weekend who attempted to, numerous times, get his hands on a gun while the officer was trying to take him into custody. He kept reaching for the gun, which was stuffed down between the seat and the console of the vehicle in question. The officer had to use his taser. It all turned out for the best as the man was taken into custody, and I'll give you as many details as I can on that in just a few moments. Other than that, it was a relatively, and I'm glad to report this, quiet weekend news-wise. Makes for a little slim today, but sometimes no news is good news, and it was a relatively calm weekend. And we'll talk about other news and information, your community calendar updates, and more in just a few seconds. Okay, so now let's go from all good news to not. Well, not all good news, but you get my drift. Flu season might be getting close to the end, but the CDC and other health officials are warning that a recent wave of a stronger strain of the flu is out there that is more likely to cause people to be put in the hospital and cause deaths as well. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, late Friday afternoon and Saturday over the course of the weekend, say that widespread prevalence of the flu is decreasing from being prominent in 48 states as compared to 49 the last week. Now, that's not a great drop, but it's a drop. It's the direction you want to go. However, they say over the last 2 weeks, more illnesses have been tied to type A H3N2 strain or strains of the flu, which poses a much more significant risk, especially to the elderly and those with weakened immune systems. About 60% of the flu virus samples tested last week were from that troublesome strain, says the CDC. Now, earlier in the year, the prominence of H3N2 led the World Health Organization to postpone the decision about what strains would go into this year's flu vaccine. The 2019 vaccine, as it turns out, is more effective against a different strain, one that we've heard of before, the H1N1. Last year was one of the worst flu seasons ever. More than 80,000 people in the United States died of the flu and flu complications. That number is usually anywhere from 20 to 30,000 on average. CDC officials do say that right now there's been somewhere between 20 to 30,000 flu-related deaths so far this season. And they also say that there is a very good likelihood, a 90% chance, that the flu season has peaked, but they still expect high flu activity for the next few weeks, and that one strain, H3N2, is particularly troublesome, especially for our elderly and, like I said, those with a weakened immune system. Now you know. Well, it's going to be here before you know it. They put this together a few years ago. I'm not quite for certain how long it's been organized, but the big all-encompassing Sagersville High School reunion, well, it's coming back. It's been set for this May, and they're calling out all Sagersville High School classmates, regardless of what year, how long you went there. High school, they say, is often called the greatest time of your life. A lot of fun, sports, dances, dating and learning to drive. Some things maybe not so fun. Sagersville High School the Sagersville High School all-class reunion is a great way to relive all those points of your teenage years, they say, and reconnect with old friends. So the reunion is going to be held, they say, May the 25th at the new Montgomery County High School. The doors will open at 4. Special events include the photo booth, a comedy talent show, special awards to be presented, food, of course, the memory wall, and dancing. The crowd that cheered together and stomped to the beat of our favorite songs will once again go back in time, I guess is the theme. They hope to see you there. I've got a phone number here of a classmate you can call, and I'll get that out to you on the community calendar and some other information tonight. Just throwing it out there so you can go ahead and mark it on your calendar. Classmates of the Sagersville High School. Doesn't matter what year, how long you attended. They hope that you'll join them. They have had hundreds of people attending this. They've had enough food to feed even more than that, I think, on each occasion. And they've had a wonderful time and opportunity to share some time with each of those classmates. So put it down, May the 25th at Montgomery County High School. I'll remind you about it, give you some contact information in just a few days. And right after these messages, we'll get to our first top story, an update from Friday night's report on a structure fire that completely destroyed a Montgomery County home, the family narrowly escaping with their lives and their pets. There's another way that you can help should you decide to do so or would like to do so via a GoFundMe page, which has been established in their honor. I'll have that next. Check out what's sizzling hot this week at your Sagersville Save-A-Lot. Your choice of Boston butt steaks or country-style ribs in family packs for $129 a pound. And boneless beef ribeyes are on sale for just $5.49 a pound. Pepsi products, 6 packs of bottles, 4 for $10. And big 28-count multi-packs of Frito-Lay chips, $8.99. Cabbage is just 59 cents a head, and gorgeous rainbow peppers are just $2.99 a pound. But you better hurry. These prices are good only through Tuesday, March the 12th at your Sagersville Save-A-Lot, and be sure and visit their new website at savergroup.com. The flu and flu-like illnesses are widespread in Kentucky, and they're not going away anytime soon. So odds are, if you aren't or haven't been sick, you likely will be. And Parkway Pharmacy has exactly what we all need to fight it and any other cold or illness. From immune boosters for adults and children as young as 2 to all-natural homeopathics made right here in the United States of America. They can help prevent you from getting sick or get you fast relief if you already are. With great tasting and easy-taking gummies, powdered mixes, rapid-melting fruity tablets, and syrups at Parkway Pharmacy.
It's taking over, there's no escape. You better get moving, ready or not. It's about to go down, here it comes now. Get ready, get ready. Moving, ready or not, get ready.
Hi, I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. When hiring an attorney, experience does matter. For over 20 years, I've been representing clients throughout Eastern Kentucky. We are a full-service law firm, representing clients who've been injured in car accidents or at work, representing clients who need to file bankruptcy, representing clients who've been charged with a crime. For all your legal needs, contact my office when it matters. We have 2 locations for your convenience. In Sayersville at 349-4522 and West Liberty at 743-1965.
Spring's here. Well, at the seasonal shop with new arrivals in every department like women's mud pie and Charlie Page clothes, the perfect addition to your wardrobe. And Simply Southern is simply fully stocked, and they've got a lot of new items, new short sleeve tees, key rings, planners, caps, wallets, purses, and more. And speaking of more, Mary Square is at the shop. This beautiful line makes a perfect gift or a great way to brighten your day. Featuring everything from Bible covers to notebooks to lanyards, badge holders, bottles, cups, and ID holders. And their home decor section is absolutely filled wall to wall with new arrivals, all to make your house the home you want it to be. All at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop. It's a new day of deals every day at Parkway Gun and Pawn, with an always new selection of like-new musical instruments, power and hand tools, not to mention jewelry, games, guns, and ammo, and popular hard-to-find electronics, from Guitar Hero to amps to a pro-quality karaoke machine just in. It's all here today, gone tomorrow for pennies on the dollar at Parkway Gun and Pawn. Last Friday, all I had was a couple of phone numbers to pass along to you. I have those again for you tonight. I also have a link to a GoFundMe page that you can use as well if you would like to help support a McGoffin County husband and wife and their son who were all left homeless after a structure fire completely took everything that they owned, with the exception of their lives, most importantly, and their pets, which they did get out with. But all of their personal and lifelong belongings were destroyed in this structure fire late Thursday night of last week. The fire was last Thursday night, sometime around 11:30 or so, on Fletcher Branch off of Gun Creek at the Fletcher residence. As I told you last Friday, it's still believed that it started from or around a coal and wood-burning stove that they used to heat the home. The family, fortunately, as I told you on Friday as well, escaped with their lives as well with their pets, but with nothing else.
They didn't get to save nothing in the house, like personal items or nothing like that, but Mom did get her pets out, but they just lost everything, and they didn't have insurance. I mean, we've lived in the house for 36 years and everything, but I'm just thankful, thank God that they come out alive, that nobody got hurt. We could been making funeral arrangements.
Before I left you on Friday, I did leave you with these two phone numbers that I'll pass along to you one more time. That of Tabitha's 367-5792, or text Fletcher's at 496-7473 in case you have any donations, monetary or otherwise, that you would like to help the Fletcher family with. And since then, there's also been, as I said at the beginning of this report, a GoFundMe page set in their honor, GoFundMe.com. Simply do a search for Tex and Viola Fletcher, and there you'll find the page they've set thus far. An early $3,000 goal, with still the majority of that not reached at this time, with the GoFundMe page started over the course of the weekend. Once again, GoFundMe.com, and do a search for Tex and Viola Fletcher or Randy Fletcher, and that will give you a direct link to the page that's been put together in their honor. A Sayersville man who has been incarcerated in the Big Sandy jail dozens and dozens of times over the course of the past several years sits there again after he reportedly, among other things, tried to go for a weapon that was down or tucked down in between the seat of the truck in which he jumped in, trying to elude a McGoffin County Sheriff's deputy who was responding to a call or calls at a Sayersville business over the course of the weekend. One call for selling drugs, the other a call of causing a disturbance inside the Family Dollar store on the Parkway. This happened at around 5 o'clock on Saturday, and there were actually a couple of calls at least that came into authorities. The responding officer would be Jonathan Holbrook of the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department. I have his citation. I also have some notes taken from a telephone conversation that we had just a few moments ago, in which he says that there was one call that initially came in about someone inside the store screaming and carrying on inside the Family Dollar on the Mountain Parkway, 2 or 3 individuals, and that while en route to answer that call, he received another call from 911 saying that there was a complaint about several individuals selling drugs standing around an S10 pickup truck in the parking lot of the same store. Uncertain if it was the same individuals at that point, he responded, went inside the store, where employees confirmed that the people screaming and causing a disturbance in the store were also the same people that others had witnessed attempting to or selling drugs in the parking lot. He saw one individual, this man, Todd Collins, 45, of Sayersville, and approached him. And the officer says that as soon as Collins made eye contact with him, he turned towards the truck and started throwing things, items from his pockets, into the vehicle, and then jumped in the truck and locked the doors and refused to get out for the officer once he approached the car and commanded Collins to do so. And during this time, he couldn't see Collins's left hand. There was also, during this time, at least one other passenger inside that vehicle. And as the officer continued to try to get Collins out, the passenger told the officer that the reason he couldn't see his hand was because that he was reaching for a gun that was stuffed down between the seat and the console. That's when Deputy Holbrook withdrew his taser, tased Collins, and then was able to pull him from the vehicle, put him on the ground, and get him in handcuffs. With Deputy Holbrook telling me on the phone just a few moments ago that he saw the butt of the gun between the seat and the console as Collins was reaching for it 3 or 4 times. And there was also a search of Collins and the truck in which the officer found a pill bottle with several different kinds of prescription pills, not in their original containers, Suboxone, Klonopin, 2 different kinds of Xanax. There was a light bulb that had been modified to smoke crystal meth and some methamphetamine residue on the light bulb. And he described Collins as being very high, very belligerent, screaming, cussing, resisting arrest the entire time. In all, Collins was charged with 9 separate offenses: wanton endangerment in the first degree of the police officer, possession of methamphetamine, possession of another controlled substance, possession of another controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, public intoxication of drugs, disorderly conduct, menacing, and resisting arrest. And court records show that Collins has been jailed in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center a total of 43 times over the past several years on various counts and occasions of possession and trafficking and driving under the influence with aggravated circumstances, theft and wanton endangerment, and other charges. Now is normally the time for the community calendar, but looks as though a funeral service announcement that's just in. So let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. Let these folks know you're watching every chance you get. We'll pick it up with our calendar right after this. Ultra low carb and ultra tasty doesn't come together very often, but it has at your Sagersville Lee's with our new low carb plate. With tender all-white breast strips oven roasted in our famous spices, our famous green beans, and our new ham-seasoned cooked cabbage. And for a limited time, get $2 off with a coupon in this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent. That's right, save $2 and eat just about as many carbs at your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe.
Car wrecks,
truck wreck,
disability,
workers' comp,
slip and fall.
wrongful death.
Your case matters to you.
Your case matters to us. Contact McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
At Sagersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sagersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sagersville National. Colorectal cancer is the number 2 leading cancer death in the U.S., with 90% of new cases in people 50 or older. And while people with family histories have 2 to 3 times greater probability of getting colorectal cancer, 80% of the new cases are in people without a family history. And Hope Family Medical Center wants to remind you that they're here with simple, easy, at-home, fit testing so you can get the reassurance you need if you're over 50 or have a family history of colorectal cancer or just want to be sure. It's another way that Hope Family Medical Center wants you to be healthy. Call or come in today. From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville. 349-8785. It's tax time, and that means it's time to cut prices at Gateway Motors. Check out this gorgeous 2013 F-150 Crew Cab. Books for over $17,000. Their price $14,900. This 09 one-ton E350 van has got only 119,000 miles on it. They've got it priced at $7,900. It books for over $10,000. Come make them an offer. This 09 Chrysler 300's got leather, nav, heated seats, and more. $4,900. And this 06 Ford Explorer is in great shape. Only 84,000 miles, new tires and more, while they last at Gateway Motors in Sagersville. Don't drive or let your family drive in this or this before doing this. Stopping at Conley Tire in Staffordsville for brakes, oil, alignment, and of course, tires. Thousands of tires in stock every day to fit anything with 6 months no interest financing and over 33 years of quality service with a smile. Conley Tire in Staffordsville. It's now time for your McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar. Just a couple of reminders to start us off tonight. I know everyone's excited or getting excited about school being out, not so far from now, but it's also time to look ahead to next school year, especially for our kindergarten or our future kindergarten and Head Start students. And kindergarten registration started today at the Sagersville Grade School, 349-3411. And kindergarten registration also started today at North Magoffin Elementary. And remember, you have to have, of course, parents' Social Security cards, you have to have physical and eye exams and others, so be sure and get that together and call your respective school if you need to find out more. And Head Start and preschool pre-registration started today in Magoffin County, and the Head Start office can be reached at 349-3488. One more very important announcement, and that's about the first official practice for the Magoffin County Special Olympics chapter. It's this Thursday at 4:30 at the Magoffin County High School Sports Complex at the football field behind the new high school. They've been organizing for months. Now they're ready to practice with their new athletes. And if you've got one in your home that has yet to sign up for Special Olympics in Magoffin County, there's still plenty of time. Simply contact your Magoffin County Circuit Clerk, Tanya Ward, your Magoffin County PVA, Becky Allen, or go to SOKY.org. That's for Special Olympics of Kentucky. And whenever you've got an important calendar announcement, birthdays and anniversaries too, you know the drill. This is how you get them on the show. Turning to funeral service announcements for tonight, 74-year-old Ray Patrick of Royalton passed away yesterday, preceded in death by his wife, Eileen Fletcher Patrick. He survived by his son, Anthony, and a daughter, Deborah Scarberry. He was also preceded in death by daughter, Tammy Patrick. Funeral services in Ray Patrick's honor are going to be held this Thursday afternoon at 1 from the Magoffin County Funeral Home. They're going to welcome friends for visitation starting on Tuesday evening after 5. Visitation continues all day Wednesday and up until Thursday services. Once again at the Magoffin County Funeral Home. Yeah, weather-wise, definitely short and mostly sweet. Pretty much clear sailing through the end of your Wednesday. During the overnight Wednesday, Thursday morning will be our next chance of some showers. That will build up into your Thursday. Then we'll come out of that with a wintry note ahead. The forecast may update just depending on how cold of a cold front or how strong of a cold front we're going to see. But as of right now, the latest update in the last hour has us looking at, once again, some showers after midweek, but a completely sunny weekend, albeit a colder one, but still a sunny and calm weekend, start to finish. And when's the last time you heard that? Yes, short is definitely sweet for the most part in this scenario. Only a few bumps in the road, and it's hard to even call them that after what we've endured for the past several weeks, months, I'm not sure how long. Partly cloudy skies tonight, a low of 29 degrees, a light wind out of the north, maybe 3 to 5 miles per hour, later becoming calm. More sunshine tomorrow, and that will go towards giving us better temperatures again. 54 for your daytime high, 37 tomorrow night. Just sunny tomorrow, partly cloudy tomorrow night. That's it. It gets even better, though, on your Wednesday. Midweek, we should see sunny skies, or at least partly sunny, and 66 degrees. Yes, you'll see a 30% chance of showers there at the lower part of your screen, but that's really after maybe 2 or 3 in the a.m. Thursday. So Wednesday, another really beautiful day. Now, after Wednesday, Thursday's a different story. With that warm air, pushing upwards of 71 degrees, mind you, we will pay for it with showers, maybe even thunderstorms as the day moves on. But 71 and 48 for your high and for your low on Thursday. And there's a chance, a small chance really, maybe up to 30%, that we'll see some lingering showers Friday morning, maybe up until about 8 o'clock or so, and that's it. Otherwise, mostly sunny, mid-50s on your Friday, and then it's going to be a nice Friday evening with the exception of a slight chance, another 20% chance of a little round of showers late Friday night, say anywhere from 10 till 1 o'clock in the morning. Very brief, very minor glance if we do see those. And then check this out. When's the last time you saw a full-blown weekend? I know we had a beautiful Sunday, but look at this. Saturday, cooler, albeit. But we're talking about both days of your weekend, sunny and dry, mid-40s Saturday, upper 40s on your Sunday. It won't be the 60s, but it will be partly sunny or sunny and dry and calm and nice for your weekend. It's going to wrap it up for somewhat of a short Monday, but we're just getting started. A full week's worth of news, and I suspect then some when we see you back here tomorrow night. Good Monday to you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.